Okay, continuing on. Not going to finish most likely today. 33 cycles. Wait, is that not working? Oh, come on. Why is it not working? It should be. Okay, now it's working. I think. There we go. Just a little slow. Okay, so we've got some rolls. I'm down to 5 dice. I need energy. Oh, it didn't save my buying energy, I guess. But maybe I'll wait to buy energy because I might get some for free. Okay, I want mushrooms. It's my goal for today, obviously. They need the mushrooms. Alright, I was working on that one quest over here to get the guy. It was the wilds. Not the wastes, the wilds, I think. One more. Three is kind of risky. But I don't know if I want to waste my 6. Oh yeah, because that's danger. Let's just use the 3, make it a 4. Come on, neutral, at least. Well, that's unlucky. Well, I can't lose energy if I have no energy, right? Right? Come on. 2? That should be good enough. Can't get 2 negatives in a row. There we go, neutral. But I need food now. So we got Ashton. Let's go get some food first. Do they sell food here? Oh, right, because I never explored Greenway. So I don't know if there's food yet. I need to do that too. Of course, I only get some new contacts and everything too. So let's go back. Because going back doesn't taunt take an action. It just seems like it's a weird thing that happens. So my friend is the one with the cheapest food. I don't have much money left. I need money. There we go, no longer starving. Yeah, I would like to have another... There's no data over here at all, is there? Greenway Gates. Okay. I would like to use my 1 to get some data, but there's nothing except for this. Greenway Cipher. Okay, I do have a Greenway Cipher. For the Haifa commune. Okay, let's go and Kita. Trailhead extends deep into the overgrown section of the Greenway. At this far end of the ring, where a long, lazy curve of the Greenway becomes the shattered landscape of the waste, things are oddly quiet. Ahead stands a vast farm stack, broken from its axis by rust or force, and lying amongst the overgrown landscape is an ancient temple. It is stained with moss and algae, flows of green running out from its broken tanks like a frozen brackish tide. This is where Ashton is hiding. You're pretty sure. All your intuition points to the shadows beneath the collapsed superstructure. You roll the comm headset and Kita gave you in your path. Calling Kita. You slip the headset on your ear and fizzes with static. After a few moments you hear Ankita. Sleeper. Have you located the target? A dead enters your mind. Can you be sure he is here? Have I actually found him though? Or do I wait? Oh, this is a tough choice. This is where he's... You're pretty sure. You're pretty sure. I'm not 100%. Or can you be sure he's there? I'll say hold until I see him, maybe? Confused silence on the other end. Maybe it's better you confirm that Ashton hears before you call in. Wait. Yeah, I want to confirm he's actually there. Okay, but why would I remove my headset? What the heck? I lost connection. Anyway, I'll continue on. Very weird. Well, I could always close my game. What is happening with my connection? Twitch being twitchy. Copy. Hold tight until I get there. The static cuts out and the channel's dead. You hold your position and watch the trail. Ahead the stars wheel in the motion of the eye. Your mind wanders. You try to imagine this place looked like before the collapse. All ordered rows of crops, corporate pleasure gardens, glowing from farm stacks. Now it is a wilderness, strange, overgrown biosphere bordered by the void of space. You smile, and despite everything, it seems like an improvement. But is he there? Sleeper and Kida's hiss brings out of your reverie. He is in the collapsed stack. I think so. She gives you the look. You better be right. Well, there's no way I'm following that trail. If he's up there, he'll have eyes on for sure. She glances across the landscape. Let's keep to the undergrowth, work our way around. Hopefully I made the right choice, but I'll just exit the game and restart because that was stupid. Like, why would I not be able to maintain? Like, I should have an option, but like make sure he's there, and it didn't really say that. She heads off towards the central spine of the greenway, and with you following close behind it. It's slow going there. The overgrowth meets the metal wall, but is concealed. You can barely see the glass roof high above. And Kita somehow knows where to go. Kita works her way through the dense undergrowth, pushing aside branches and fronds. It's exhausting and you desperately want to rest, but Ankita shows no signs of letting up. Up ahead there's a flank glow from a collapsed stack, and Kita leads you around the side to a broken tank. You both step through the opening, trying to avoid the broken glass that sits among the moss and algae. You work your way up to the slanted tank, and Kita is setting a deliberate pace. Somewhere the water drips, and you swear you hear a bird song, hanging plants that catch light, coating the place in a pale and sickly green. Nikita reaches the edge of the tank where it meets the central drum and holds up a hand for you to stop. You inch forward and look over the edge. The vast drum is like a cistern with plants growing on all sides, wet mossy islands at its base. It's beautiful, but for a moment you can't see anything but tones of green. Then you see the sleeper. She's after a sleeper? A faint circle of light descending down through the drum. The sleeper lies slumped at an odd angle. They're surrounded by crates, and beside them, on one of the mossy islands, there's an object, a cylinder that's set on a tarp. It's connected to the sleeper's head. You flinch. Are they one of the others? One of the others that escaped with you? You squint, trying to recognize them. They're twisted, broken, open, wrong. You look away. Nikita doesn't look at you. She doesn't look at the sleeper. She fixes her eyes on the object. That's Amber's ship mind, she says, and you suddenly recognize the cylinder. Wait. You turn to Ankita to speak, but she's already gone. She drops off the edge of the tank and lands on one of the mossy islands, her armor letting out a hiss and absorbs the impact. But we already gave her a replacement for the ship mind. The shot hits her shoulder piece, ceramic armor cracking but holding as she braces to the impact. She then launches herself forward, now activated armor, launching her across the drum. Another shot goes wide before she reaches the cover of the crates beside the sleeper. Shit, you hear the shout from one of the tanks high on the far wall, and Kita reaches over and wraps a hand around the thick connection between where the ship mind and the sleeper. What is she doing? You better come down here or I'll rip this right out of their head, she screams at the wall of tanks, who shiver at the suggestion. I don't know what's going on. I'm not going to tell her to stop. I'll stay silent because I'm not getting... I'm just going to go with her for the moment. She was always nice to us, right? I'm not going to stop. Yell at her to stop. I don't know this backstory. There's a long pause. All you can hear is dripping of water running down the walls of the drum. Then Ashton calls out. That's Ashton? I'm coming down, Ankita. Don't do anything stupid for God's sake. He appears at the far side of the drum, stepping through the shallow water, rifle raised above his head. So he disgraced mercenary. So he stole from her anyway. That's the ship mind. Drop the gun, Ankita shouts. He throws it down on the moss. As you lean out to watch, you see him catch your eye, clocking your presence. What are you up to here, Ashton, you sicko? She stands, keeping her sidearm trained on his head. You ripped my ship mind for what? Some freakish experiment? Interesting. Ashton approaches with shaking hands, his eyes now fixed on the connecting bundle of wires that Ankita still has a hold of. Steady, Ankita. It isn't like that. I needed the ship mind. You have to understand. They would have died without it. That doesn't make any sense. Why would they die without a ship mind? What are you talking about? I don't give a shit why you ripped my ship mind and crippled my ship. I should put you down right now. She tightens her grip on the connection. Typical of you, Ankita. No curiosity, Ashton smiles shakily. That's why I never asked for it. For your help. You only look after yourself, he nods at you. That sleeper up there, are they just bait to draw me out? Well, she actually has helped me. And hopefully she actually pays the 200. I need the money. Ankita sucks in a breath. Are you trying to give me more reasons to shoot you? Yeah, I don't think... I love them, Ankita. Oh. Ashton looks at the crumpled sleeper. I love them and they were going to die. I knew they would never you'd never understand that. He starts closing the gap between himself and Ankita, now slowly inching forward. Hopefully it doesn't make me choose between them. Don't do that, Ashton, Ankita snarls. Don't do that. Let the wires go, Ankita. Let us go. If you don't get in my way, he inches closer, please. She already has a ship mind. She doesn't need it. I can't let you take it, Ashton. Ankita hardens her stare. You stole it from me. You left me for dead. She shakes her head. You think I'm going to trust you after all that? I need it, Ankita. I need them to survive. Ashton is in reach of the sleeper now, of Ankita. I'm going to take them now, Ankita. He raises his hand. I'm going to take the ship mine and go. Ankita loosens her grip on her connection a little. Her hand is shaking now. Stop, Ashton. She lowers the gun a little. Stop. Seeing her drop her guard, he makes his move. What the heck? A blur of movement, a struggle, a shot, another. You recoil back at the edges, they ricochet around the inside of the drum. They sound deafening you. What is going on? When you crawl back to the edge, the Ashton is bleeding in the water, red and green. Ankita is standing in the center of the drum's severed connection in her hand. The water drips endlessly. Drip, drip, drip. You force yourself to look at the broken sleeper. There is no sign of life, of humanity. Just another broken object among other broken objects, while all around living things grow and thrive. Ankita finally looks back up to you, tears in her eyes. She begins to say something that might be sorry, but you're already gone. Okay, that was not great. Hey, I got an upgrade? Oh no, I still have the 1 point to save up for self-repair. Am I not getting paid for that now? The waste is... I don't have the ability for that. I need better condition, I think. Oh yeah, I was gonna get a condition up. But I think I want self-repair first, and then condition. Okay, so maybe I start looking around the greenway first. So this one's plus 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 going green. This is only plus plus, so this is danger. I could use the 6. Walk the greenway. Why is walking the greenway so dangerous? Simple way to explore the greenway is simply to pick a path and set off for its twisting chambers and passages. This carries obvious risks. No kidding, I guess it does. Oh, endure is -1 for me though. Well, still 50-50. Plus plus plus. Very nice. And I got an energy from that. Amazing. That's a 50-50. Negative, I lose an energy. Don't know if I want to spend the 1 there. Farm stacks. Oh, did I unlock the farm stacks? So, Haifa Commune. Work the canteen. Maybe I need to become a Haifa member so I can join the commune to be able to grow mushrooms? I'm not 100%. Okay, no matter what, you get Haifa member? Yeah, I need a lot of dice for that though. Okay, what if I use the Greenway Gate? Cipher. What was that Cipher quest for? So many friggin' drives. Unlock the Greenway Gate. I've been cut off since the collapse. What can be growing within them? Oh, right. Maybe if I unlock that, then I could get more hacks. What is happening here? Unknown, but lost the cipher. It's fine. It only had 1 use. The cloud. The cloud. Greenway roils beneath you like a silt-choked river. And the data ghost of the eye. What if what the navigator said was true, then no one has accessed these networks since the collapse. The hunter and killer protocols have never set foot here. Programming. Never cleared out the intelligences and systems. So why then, you wonder, does it look so dark? Is it just a bit of rot has set in, the entropy of systems reducing everything to shadows and light? You watch as a slotted cipher fizzles in the open, distorted gateway on this entire rim of the station. It flickers, winks out, and then you're falling into the flow. A river of swirling darkness. You're spun by it, twisted, lost in it. And it's not that the Greenway was hiding in the darkness, it's made of darkness. It's filled by the substance, the process, the swarm. Now you're among it. You notice that the swarm is exactly what it is. A billion of individuals moving in a flow. There's no network map here, no nodes, no threads, only a storm of interchangeable points, shifting configuration endlessly. Then you see them, a figure, turned away, only one bright spot in the dark river. You push closer through the storm. They're facing away, at least you think so. They're fractured, so overgrown that it's hard to tell. Even from this distance, you can tell their flesh is moving, flowing. Ingrown farm administrator. Gardener. Maybe they could help me grow some mushrooms. Or they'll attack me. Most likely they're going to attack me. You watch silent as they stoop and reach down. In their hand is a dark shape. With twisted fingers, they press it down in the loam of data beneath them, pushing it through this trembling soil. And then move away, go a little further, and repeat the process as if they're showing a field. Okay, maybe they are going to make me mushrooms. You push forward, but somehow, despite their slow and deliberate speed, they move faster, and they quickly fade in the storm. You reach the point where they planted the object and look down. There it is, glassy, shifting polygon with something inside. You reach down and pick it up. It's cold, but thrums with energy. You look towards the path, but they are already long gone. When you blink out of the cloud, back in the leaves and dappled light of the greenway, you hold a seed in your hand. Find a nurturing grow bed for the seed? Okay, so they gave me a seed. Was it actually the spores I need? Climbing Briar, right, the escaped XPR ship. Supposed to visit them. Oh, this must be what I unlocked from the Greenway. Work the stacks. They pay by the yields. Gives me cryo. Gives me tons of energy here if I steal the harvest. Again, okay, so that's something to use a 6 on. I could do it twice. And I have a +1 to it. Barter for food. They don't like to give the for the right price to let it go. Interesting. Work the stacks. Okay, endure. That's just for money though. That's the only way I have to get money, I guess, right now. But it doesn't do anything for me. Okay, do I do the safe one? Well, it's still risky. It's not safe, but I mean safer. Do a Haifa commune is dangerous, so this is actually safe. The canteen, it does work up. That's just, oh, that actually gives scrap though, but I need endure. So maybe I'll work towards the Haifa commune then. This is because this is the best use of a safe. Yeah, no matter what, I still get something. Okay, I got a neutral icon, which gave me +2. Very nice, and actually gave me an energy. Amazing, because of my ability. New drive. Okay, great. Of course. Low-end agents. Okay, I need to hack Harden's agent. Haven't I done that already? So much to do. I thought I hacked everything. Low-end. Katagan, Harden agent. Okay, apparently I haven't. Five. Okay, well I need those. So I didn't get paid for that mission at all, even though I sided with her. So many quests. Is she gone? She's gone. Talk to Nikita about what happened. Where is she? Here's the climbing briar again. Bring mushrooms to the briar. They need mushrooms. Drill cops. Hack the agents. that again, spores, so they can make their own. I don't know where Ankita is though. Yeah, they didn't want me to go to their Briar unless I had items, I think. I don't have the items. Waste, yeah, that's just for scrap. I need scrap. Oh yeah, the Minyi also pays. Not very much. I really want the 5 Yatagan data, but wait, there wasn't a Yatagan agent, wasn't there? Yeah, but only bring me 4 of the 5. Can you pass another day? I have plenty of time left still, though. I can't until I get paid. I can't afford. Yeah, I can't afford another. So I'll still be at 4, but I'm gonna be losing dice, and I can't regain them because I have no money. I need to work at some point. Good rolls, though. Good rolls. I don't know where Ankita even went, though. So something else is coming to that airlock. Right, I also need to do that ship, the sidereal dock, at some point. Bliss's Bay. So that's expensive, so I don't know if I want to do it. Barter for food. I wonder if they give me mushrooms, though. Steal the harvest. I mean, stealing seems to be worth it. If you, as long as you get away with it. But if I use my 6 here, then I'll find more. I'll find everything on the green way. I could always steal it later. Yeah, let's just finish this off first, because yeah, I get a minus. Maybe, maybe not right now then. Those are all safe, so they're fine. Ambergris, there we go. The Ambergris showed up. Okay, here we go. We can talk to her. Ankita's away. Amber's doctor, rickety old jetty. She's sealed up. A note says, "Sleeper, stay. I'll be ready soon." Okay, hopefully she pays me. I mean, that's why I helped her. She did what she wanted. I wasn't gonna stop her. Wanted to help her. Maybe she did awful, but it's not really my business. I was just there to work. Okay, so the 6. I guess I'm gonna steal. Wait, stealing just gives me energy, though. Is that all it does? Never mind. It might give me an item, but I think it just gives me energy. It's not worth. Okay, never mind. It's not worth. Working the stacks is safe, so no matter what I get paid. In that case, yeah, let's just work the green one. Hopefully I do the 50-50 and it works out. I don't lose condition. If I do lose a condition, I might have to do working and so I can make enough to buy another injection. Hopefully I'm lucky. I'm not lucky. Okay, map the pathways. Okay. I could lose an energy. And that's exactly what happened. Unlucky. Okay, I guess I have to wait. Oh, mushroom groves. Collect spores, risky. And forage for fungus. Danger. Okay, so that needs a 6. Girl caps, grove spores. Minus energy. 50-50, that's pretty good. Nothing, no bad outcomes there. Plus 2 spores. How many spores do I need? Yeah, this doesn't pay, but this gives me... Or it could give me energy. It doesn't necessarily give me energy. So I thought I had to join the commune to get the spores, but apparently not. And the mushrooms, I could just harvest them. I just had to explore. Okay, cryo. 16 cryo is not bad. I think that's the best I can make right now. Bring Talaspores? Yeah, okay. Bring Talaspores, yes. Tal is a person. I have spores. How many do I need, though? Question is, yeah, 16. Probably my best bet for money. There's also the deliveries, though. But I don't think they pay 16. That's not going to be enough, though, to get... Because I wasted so many dice. But it'll help. It'll help me get there. Negative still gives me 6. I really need to get rid... My Endurer is, like, hurting me right now. I'm really tempted just to bring that up, but... Because this area needs a lot of Endure. Yeah, playing the exchange actually pays the most. Where did I use that last dice? Last die, I should say. Oh, the commune? No, that doesn't... Okay, so stealing the... Yeah, stealing gives me all the energy. Though I could also just barter for food. much food did that? Okay, well let's just get food at the moment. Well, just out of curiosity, what does that do? Okay, it feeds me not very much. Okay, that was not worth it. But at least I won't be starving. Because yeah, my friend would have filled me up more. One more bar. I don't think I need any more spores, to be honest. Okay, I guess it is just work the canteen. I'll have to focus on making money soon, though. Maybe I'll get some energy up. Negative outcome? Okay, well, I still got a point up. This is not great. I am kind of broke. Hopefully I get paid soon. I was depending on that money. Okay, can I return the spores, though? Do you need more spores than that? No, she only needs one spore. I don't know why sometimes it doesn't want to drag into the slot. Okay, well, Talawan's mushroom farm. I have spores. I even have extra spores. Oh, okay. So I needed 3 spores, so I need to get more. So I need 1 more spore. That's such a waste because I need to do that quest again. I spend a dice on it. I'm low on dice. Yeah, I'm not doing well right now. Not doing well right now at all. I need to do the hacking. I have so much to do. Down to 3 dice. I need to make money. That's 15 cryo. Has a risk. That's the other one. $64 is what I need. Yeah, I don't think I'm gonna get the 64 with it being so broke as I am. I also need to eat. Oh, I do have a ship. Didn't I have a shipment I could sell? No. Yeah, that's only 13 cryo. Collecting teeth actually gives scrap components, which is what I need to. Okay, this space 16 and it's safe. And I get a +1 to it. Wait, what about the... Wasn't there gambling that paid the most? Is the gambling gone? Because I used it up, I think. Play the exchange. I do get a +1. Okay, I got 19 cryo. I just need the money. Okay, I got 19 cryo. I need to work to get 64 though. I'm only halfway there. So it seems like Freight Club played 16 and it's safe. Maybe I need to do this twice. 16-16 is still not enough? Oh well, it would be actually, but it's probably not gonna... I have to win both times. Not neutral, but positive. Try to get some money. 10 cryo. Yeah, it's not gonna be enough. At least I'll work my way up on the cryo. Hey, I got 10 more. Nice. And 5 extra. Almost enough, but I don't have any food, so I'm gonna be starving. Yeah, I need to buy food, right? I need to buy some food, because otherwise I'll be starving. She's still not able to be talked to. Memphis is the best place for food still. Yeah, 12 and it gives me 3. Okay, I still have plenty of time though, so yeah, I'm not too worried about that. I should be able to do everything I want. I just need to fix my condition. That's hurting me right now. Down to the 3 dice. It's not good enough. Good rolls though. I just need to focus on money right now, which is so stupid. Unless maybe she wants to talk to me now, and she'll pay me my 200 that she owes me. It's so stupid that she didn't pay you right away. That's ridiculous. Ankita, you owe me money. You spot Ankita on the track on the farm stack. She has a box on her shoulder and is working her way down the slope. She sees you as she approaches. Neither of you speak for a moment. She looks tired. Her hair is tangled and clumps of dirt hang on to her armor. You both eye each other. Ankita. She holds up a hand. Sleeper. She takes a deep breath. I'm sorry for what happened. I truly am. She looks down. I'm sorry you ended up in the middle of this when all you showed me is kindness. She rubs her face. I'm sorry. It's okay. She nods and looks up at the stars. I've never, she stops herself. Thank you. Kita shifts the weight of the box on her shoulder. I've been preparing for, she grimaces. Look, she sighs. Can you come with me? It's easier if... Okay, lead on. She leads down the dirt path. Between the pillars, there's a wind passing through the greenway. Quirk of air currents the biosphere maintains and ruffles the leaves softly. The sound makes the silence more obvious, more complete. Try not to think of the last time you were here. You've been trying to think of it for the past few cycles. The image of the sleeper sprawled, twisted open, connected to the ship mind has been hard to forget. You realize Ankita is leading you back back into the drum center of the stack. You pause, trembling a little at the threshold. She stops. She turns. What are you doing? She looks at you with empty eyes. What needs to be done? You stand on the threshold and look up the tank's green and wet, some glowing and flickering in lamps. You look down at Ankita, suddenly so small into this hulking ruins. Smallest she's ever looked. She places the box down. Why does it feel like she's gonna betray me? Like everyone betrays me here. Follow her in. You follow Ankita to the stack through the low tank, entering the drum at ground level. It's just as beautiful as you remember, but it barely touches you. Instead, you check the apertures of the tanks for the glint of a weapon or shadow among the moss. Ankita stops. You look down. The mossy island at the center of the tank is clear now. The equipment is cleared away. The place is a mound of dirt, loosely covered with moss. Ashton's rifle stands straight, half buried in the dirt as the grave's head. Can I just grab his rifle? Buried them together, Ankita says without turning. You both stand there in silence for a little while. You think of the questions you could ask about Ashton and about the sleeper. How long did you know him? She takes a moment to respond, and for a moment you think she won't, but then the words come gushing out. He signed on a while ago. He used to run recon for a corporate outfit and then got sick of the pay. He joined the crew as a sniper, and then the first few jobs were a breeze. He was so cold, disconnected. He always hit his marks. Last few jobs, though, he was different. I noticed that. He would have a period of extended shore leave on the eye, and when he came back, he was changed. I assumed he just had too much time off. He was right. I would never have given him the ship mind. I wouldn't have believed him. I've had crew members double-cross me, undercut me, rat me out. That's the business. He wasn't a good person. None of us in this job are. That's how we die, alone. She stops, not sure what to add. It seems like she's reaching out for something, but she can't quite get there. You feel the gap between you, as you do, it widens. The water drips, the moss trembles. You both stand in silence for a while longer. And you both feel it. Life creeping back in, the silence ending. Ankita shifts her weight, and then starts to walk out. You follow her, suddenly eager to get back in open space of the Greenway, to be away from this place forever. You stand outside and breathe the fresh air. You stare at the green leaves, the stars wheeling above them. That's it, says Ankita from somewhere behind you. You try to think of something to say, but can't. Ankita puts a hand on your shoulder. You turn back to her. At least take this. She forces a handful of cryo chits into her hands. It's what I owe. She looks back at you desperately. You look down at the metal bars. Ugly little things, you think. I'm gonna take them because I'm broke and dying. You take the chits and turn without saying a word. You continue up the track and she does not follow. As you walk up the rise, the wind picks up and leaves shudder. You walk faster, trying to outpace your anger. The chits are heavy in your pockets and you hate them for reminding you of how little life is worth. The bad end? Find an old crewmate at the edge of... Okay, well, I think that's not... I don't think I have control over that quest. But now I can self-repair. But I have no way of getting friggin' scrap now. Unless I could buy some. But it would most likely give me shipmine components, which will actually pay me more money. But it still doesn't give me what I need. I need a lot of scrap because I want to restore that apartment as well. Yeah, 245. Now I can buy my fixing. Greenway. This is not done. Please don't be a negative. I just want to use my lowest roll for this. Because I only need 1 point. I need neutral. Yeah, that's exactly what I need. Going green. Okay, done. So we've opened up the last thing. Aviary. Clear overgrowth. Endure again. Why is this all friggin' endure? It's my dump stat. Sunlit refuge. Can be turned back into a garden if that's... Oh, that's the garden I need to make for that seed, I imagine. Yeah. But I can't do that until I get my endure up. So I need fungus, and I need that. I have enough money, so I don't need to worry about it. So collect spores with a 4. And then use the 2 more spores. I only need 1. And then 100% with the fungus. Give me my good fungus, or any fungus. But I need the 1 fungus is the one I need. Juro caps, perfect, that's the one I needed. Okay. That was the last Jurial caps. I need to buy some food. And I need to go to... not there. Dispensary. Get my condition back up. There we go. That's so much better. Okay, so... Overlook. Finally finish this off, hopefully. Grow spores. Hopefully there's no more of this quest. Homegrown. Yep. So that's done. First batch. Oh, it's gonna take time. Just focus on distilling. Okay, that's gonna take 6 days. Scrap freighter. Okay, do you actually have scrap? Danger. Okay, no, I want to buy scrap. I think I have plenty of money. Actually buy scrap and not... Well, I could buy whatever, it doesn't really matter. Random scrap item. What is the random scrap item? Scrap components. Good, I'm actually getting scrap this time. Ship mine for... Did I have... Oh no, I do have a whole entire ship mined. So I have 2 scrap. So I should be able to use scrap self-repair. The result isn't pretty, but I can do it. Stabilizer. There we go. Back to full. I didn't level up from that last one, from the bar, because she's still working on them. Do I buy another one just so I have it? I feel like I should. That way I can't not have it. Just buy another stabilizer. I can never run out of stabilizers. Be in a similar situation I was before. Okay. Because running out of dice is just... Yeah, I don't want to ever go down to 3 dice again. Just a waste of a day. Not much I can do. I could always sell the ship mine now that I have. I guess she gave me that one that she didn't need, because I already gave her one. Oh, Gyral caps. Okay, yes, Gyral caps. I can finally do that. Okay, let's do that for Emphas. Finally. Fresh and firm. Finally getting those old quests done. Now he's doing the same thing, cooking. It takes him 3. Doesn't like to rush things. Yeah, 3 days. Didn't level me up. So I guess the commune is another, like, ending. I guess you could... A lot of these things are endings. Like, if you become an enforcer, that's probably an ending, because they'll always give you the supply. The Yetican can actually get the stabilizers to probably keep you working for them. But that's not a good ending, I don't think. Obviously not. You'd probably do some awful things. Build a home. I kind of want to build that home. That is... yeah, I'm not going to use the scrap to repair myself. I don't think. I just like having that option. I want to build a house. Yeah, let's... Oh, I need a lot of scrap. Need 4 scrap? I kind of need 2 more scrap. Yeah, I don't want to spend the scrap until I know I have enough. Hopefully another scrap freighter comes, because it's probably going to be another ship mine selling one. The next one's probably a ship mine. It's always a scrap here and ship mine there. Gardener seed, we know where to put that. I need a lot more dice to put into that. I wish I could just buy scrap. But no, I need my endure up. That's why I'm waiting for this. That's my next thing to get. I'm pretty... Yeah, I'm pretty well off in terms of stuff. I'm obviously not getting carbon no plus twos yet, but that's not as important as getting my endure up. That's the key. I think that's the end of the day right there. I don't think there's anything else I could do right now. I need more scrap though. I wish there was the only way I need the endure to get the scrap. But now I have a lot more dice. Yes, much better. Okay, so the question is where I'm going to spend those dice. I really wish these didn't have a limit, to be honest. At least, or a limit was like a little bit higher, like 4 or 5. Working on the Greenway. I would like to do the investment on the other business, but I need to have excessive amount of money. Yeah, because this doesn't give me. This only gives me Gerial caps, which I already don't need anymore. So the aviary. Yeah, I don't think I want to use the Haifa commune. At least not yet. It's not a priority because I think it's just an ending. I don't think it gives me anything else. If I were to guess. This I do need for my seed, but oh, it's also endure. It is safe. So. But I think I want to wait till my endure is up, just so I'm not losing. Can I get my endure up right now? I don't think so. I don't think it'll level me up. So I might just have to spend my dice on that. I could play the exchange and just get some cryo back up. I'll do that. Okay, I'll just do my 6 on that. Even though all I needed was a 5 just to get some cryo back up. And I think of the rest, yeah, I'll spend... I could sell data as well, but not the Yatagan. Yeah, I guess it's just working towards that garden. All my dice. At least I got some cryo. Aviary. Straight all into this. Let's start with the 2. Doesn't really matter because negative still gives me +1. Yeah. Neutral, that's lucky. Hey, positive. Nice. Lucky, that was lucky. Halfway there. And a positive outcome again. Okay. I'll be able to finish that tomorrow. Amazing. Yeah, I'm not gonna bother getting food right now. Memphis, yeah, only takes a couple more days. He's the fastest. Finally getting those missions done. Those were early on, and it takes forever to get them finished. Good rolls? 2 5s? Amazing. Do I spend my 6 on more money? Get an exchange again? That's... Though actually I only need the 5s on the exchange. So let's see how the aviary goes. I think I'll just do a 2. I'll just spend the 2s. I'm not going to spend my highest. Because it's no negatives. There's no problem. Maybe I get lucky and get neutral. There we go. Perfect. I was lucky. That's done. Use my 2s. Now I can put my spores. Okay. Oh, so I'll only use spores there. This is not for the seeds. So... Okay, so forage for fungus. That gives me the grown ones. Otherwise, I have to grow the seeds up. This will just give me the end result. Yeah, Gerald caps. I don't need Gerald caps though. Right. That was a waste. I need the spores. 2 spores, there we go. Okay, so that's done. No, it just takes time to grow? Yeah, okay. Of course. So the Gyro caps, what else do I need Gyro caps for? I don't think I need anything for them. I need the other caps. Oh no, they want mushrooms. Okay, so maybe they want the Gyro? I'm not sure what they want. I can't remember if... Yeah, it's probably not the Matsutake. The Matsutake I need for just for selling. Which, you know... Bring Emphis Gyro caps, already did that. Yeah, so then do I grow more mushrooms? If they want mushrooms, the Gyro caps have no other use for, so hopefully they take the Gyro caps. And then I could give that to them. Are they gone? Wait. They're here, I can't... Why can't I give it to them? I need to hack the network too. Damn, I forgot about hacking the network. Oh, did I miss going to them? I didn't go to them because I didn't have the items. Okay, no, I think I need I forgot about hacking Hardin's hacking. Not the Yatagan. I needed a 5 for that. Damn it. That one's a 6. There are 2 more of those left. Ripper worm? Okay, that's the ripper worm. Port closed. Okay, I need food. Can I not buy food from him? Oh, that's awful. Okay, that's awful. Well, I can go to the other place. Minji, I can't buy food from him. Yeah, the hub. I mean, this is not as good, but it's not too far off for food, at least. Give me 3 energy. Yeah, there we go. How much money do you need to get 80? Yeah, even with the 20%. I would like to be able to do that, but I need a big boost of money. Another day down. We need to do Harden's Hack. I want to get that job finished too, since I'm waiting on the other stuff. Look at those rolls. Okay, Maywick is halfway-ish. But he's gonna show up anyway. I mean, I know what happens now. Okay. Overlook Bar is halfway there. Emphasis done. Nice. Emphasis is preparing Nijiro caps. He has had to heavily adapt this recipe, he says, but the smells are incredible. It emanates from a strange purplish white bulb you have never seen before, and he's slicing it finely. He brushes and slices the mushrooms and places them in the wok and with the sliced bulb and oil. They caramelize here and in the well-worn crucible. He adds liquids, transparent and opaque, and then turns down the heat. A sprinkle of leaves is the final touch. We have a moment. Sleeper, he smiles. Do you have a story? Something in the scent of the food gives you a feeling of nostalgia, something distant and melancholic. It seems like the story would match the feeling somehow, and maybe you'd feel better for it. Recall your oldest memories, yeah. You start by explaining what you were emulated from a person. Many of your memories are left behind, perhaps an intentional part of the process, a way of keeping sleepers ignorant and malleable, or perhaps a side effect from perfect emulation. You admit you don't really know. What you do know is some memories survive, and on occasion they come back to you, like shadows passing overhead. You detail one recurring memory, which, despite returning to you with enough regularity for you to think it familiar, always fades as quickly as it arrives. Okay, I'm gonna need lots of water for this. You struggle to explain the feeling of being whole for a moment that comes with this memory, and how this wholeness slips away to leave you feeling like you have forgotten something important, but can't bring it to mind. Memphis nods throughout, cooking as he does with deft and skillful movements. You start to trail off and you realize you can't find the words to explain how the memories you do have feel like yours and someone else's at the same time, and how that always fills you with a certain sadness. The sadness of remaining forever unknown, even to yourself. Memphis finishes cooking and meets your eye. I'm sorry, Sleeper, for your troubles. He puts a wok to the side. I appreciate your sharing with me, he smiles. I hope it lightens you a little. As he passes you a bowl, and heaps the cereals into it, their yellow color mixing into the pale sauce and whirls and blooms. Eat. The dish is delicious, filling and warms you as you eat in a way that you haven't been sure your body could be warmed. And it's a small mercy, you think, that S and ARP left you this pleasure. Many of the features of the frames are there to simulate human experience. You know that much. Well, why do I even get hungry? Emulated minds cannot be rewired, so their embodied experience must be met. That is why you breathe even when you do not need air. Without the simulation, the sensation of drowning would be unbearable. Food serves as another purpose. Your frame is able to metabolize it, produce energy from the raw material. Okay. I didn't even know that. Okay, that's good to know. Vitamins and minerals are excess, of course, but your frame only needs raw power. So much is wasted. And yet, while you eat this food and feel the warmth, nothing feels wasted. It all means something to you. As you finish, Memphis takes the bowl, and the last of his cleaning, he smiles at you. And neither of you feel the need to say anything more. Instead, you simply exchange nods and walk your separate ways back to the bright market, somehow changed. Did I get my plus? I didn't get a level up. Come on. How did I not get a level up from finishing that long quest? I feel cheated. It's being robbed. Like, come on. Is this going to be the same where it just gives me dialogue? It was good dialogue, but I want to level up. Okay, what to spend my dice rolls? Right, the hacking. Hardened agents. A 5, perfect. So I've got 2 of those. I don't have a 3, so I can't use the 3 sadly. Actually, no, I have 3 5s. That was extremely lucky. Okay, got the data. I'm out of Ripper Worms though, so I only need the 2 Ripper Worms? I thought I needed 3. Toggen's a 1 or a 3, I do want that Yataghan data. Oh, there's... Okay, there's 2 agents. I need that Yataghan data so I can get another one of these. I didn't realize there's 2 Yataghan agents there. Meet Fang at Tambor. Nice. As you walk to Tambor, quickly spot Fang arguing with Jen. Oh, is this gonna... I'm always worried. Is this gonna progress things? So if he actually does disable my tracker, is the other quest gonna not be... It'll never find me, right? Okay. Right, I'll approach them. Jenna already knows who I am. You come up behind Fang and turns you and notices you. Jenna stops mid-trade as you arrive. She turns to you. You again. You here to vouch for this layabout? I am. She laughs. Well. What are you two up to? Fang winks at you and interjects. It's like I told you, Jenna. I'm helping them out. I'm getting them settled and sorting their life out. They're a sleeper. You know what that means? Jenna softens. She looks a little embarrassed. Of course I know. She stops to think. Look, Fang, I get it. You're trying to help, but if you want to keep this job, you're going to need to be more reliable. Fang nods solemnly. Won't happen again, Jenna, I promise. She looks suspiciously between the two of you, and okay then. She turns to you. And look, I didn't mean to. Just be cool, alright? She walks and turns back to the bar. Well, I didn't know you'd stand up for me, sleeper. Fang claps her on the back. Appreciate the solidarity. He takes out his slate, pulsing with pale light. Now let's take a look at what you really are here for. Slate is a whirring mess of code streams coming direct from Ripper Worms as they dig through the agent's data and spin it threads for the slate to pick up. Anything good? Fang scrolls the display with a finger. A lot of junk, a lot of his dull as hell message threads, a lot of tedious data caches, but Fang's eyes flash. Definitely some good stuff. He stops the screen scrolling and on an entry and expands it. Check this out. Fang shows you the screen. You see a bold corporate logo, not Solheim's, and a word below. Conway, Fangway says. He's working with Conway. Conway Extractions, right? Fang nods. It's been speaking with him, personally. Got a whole chain of messages here, but it's mostly encrypted or redacted. He rubs his head. Damn it, this is juicy, but we can't nail him with it. Scroll some more. Wait. What's this? A wasteland reclamation facility. Right here on the eye, he glances at you. What's this? What's the bet that's... This place is tucked into the wastes. Oh, I know the wastes. Conway is set up here. Why are they in the wastes though? It's just junk scrap that's there. It's a section of the eye Erlen couldn't reclaim. It was too damaged, too cut off. Back before the collapse, people would have got there by going somewhere. Wait. Back before the collapse, people would have got there by going down the connected spoke from the hub, but the spoke's broken now, so the only way is a long way around the rim, past the greenway. Shows you on a slate. He looks away thinking. Conway have been making moves on the system since the collapse. I heard they took over Solheim's old belt colonies a while ago, moved everyone out, and reclaimed the whole rock. But why work with Harden? What's their angle? Harden has to be offering them something. Fang looks back at the screen. But if Harden's involved in it, then we need to check it out. Simple as that. So what's next? Fang stares out into the middle distance. You have to get into the facility. Answers to whatever Harden has been planning, has to be there, and we're gonna catch him in the act. Give me 5, maybe 6 cycles, then we'll see you in the Greenway. I seem to remember that's some old service docks in the outer shell, the Haifa building. Should be a good place to meet. Fang squeezed her shoulder. Thanks again, Sleeper, for sticking with us. I haven't forgotten about the tracker of yours either, but I'm going to need to go back to my bay to pull a solution together. He turns his slate around and face you, showing a massive scrolling code. I've been working on fixing my brakes, he winks. Fang grins wildly. Now I have to ask for some time off from Jenna. Wish me luck. Waves as he walks back to the bar where Jenna is standing, a look of deep exhaustion in her eyes. Now I get an upgrade point. Nice. Yes. No more negative endurance. And I guess it's gonna be... Do I save up for 3 points to get +2s? Maybe. Okay, so that is one thing, one drive almost done. So he's gonna need 6, 7 cycles. How many cycles do I have left is the question. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, that's... Okay, I have plenty of time then. And there's still the one with the ship. Yeah, I'm just gonna have to do everything. And if something progresses time or like locks me out of stuff, then I'll just have to reload, close the game and reload. Because now that I have all these dice, I really need to do the ship side reel. Risky. I could use the 5 for it. Scout the dock. It's possible to find a way on board. Oh, okay, I need to do it a bunch of times. Hopefully I get a positive. Otherwise, I'll just wait for the next day. Yeah, I have to wait for the next day. I'll use my 6 somewhere else. There's the Greenway. Farm stacks. Not worth anything there. Right. I still need more mushrooms, so for the people. Oh, no, they're there. I totally forgot. It's farther down. Okay. Let's see if I can gather more mushrooms then. Which I definitely can. Get more Jewel cups. I don't know how many they need. Like 2 should be enough, right? Maybe they need more than 2 though. Well, I'll have 2. I'm not empty-handed at least. Let's see what they have to say. Oh, they only need 2. Amazing! And I have 2. Welcome to episode Flux. It's the first of 3 episodic updates, telling the story of refugee flotilla who's arrived at the Eye. All 3 are now available. Completing supply materials will begin the episode, but be aware it's intended for late game play. I am pretty late game though, I would say, right? I should be fine, right? As long as it doesn't lock me out of doing the other stuff. Okay, you came. Peak smiles as you walk into the climbing aboard Briar's cargo hold behind a gloomy Esh. They brought the mushrooms. Esh tosses the mushroom caps onto a crate, raising her eyebrows at Peak. Peak gives a look. Thank you, Sleeper. They pick one up and sniff it. Are these edible? Yes. Peak turns the cap over on her fingers before putting it down. We're not used to so fresh produce. Yeah, I freshly just grew it today. I am a mushroom farmer, apparently. It is. I'm surprised I'm able to meet all my objectives here every day. Ashton's figure in the crates as she speaks, but doesn't look up. Hawthorne doesn't have much time in the way of farming. Hawthorne? Installation we grew up on. Ash wipes off her hands on a rag. XPR loves to name the property after natural things, but that's about as far as the relationship with plant life goes. So what does XPR stand for? Is this interrogation? She glares. Either we're done with the place, which is all you need to know. Ash leans back. Well, they're all XXPR. Leans back against the crate she was securing. We're going to need more than a few mushrooms if we want to help those refugees, though. What do they need? Food, water, components, a whole lot of things. Ash stands and walks over the mushrooms that he brought, placing them into a small container with care. The problem isn't just getting supplies, it's getting them through to the ships. Can you just fly around and get the bar seized for breaching quarantine? No thanks. She laughs. We got lucky we got here because the cordon was set up. The only reason we're on this side. Hey, why is there quarantine anyway? Peak jumps in the eye as a closed-loop life support system, and like any orbital installation, any unfamiliar illness or significantly increased strain on life support could cause a cascading collapse in systems. Ash scoffs, we're making excuses for the bureaucrats now. You're being realistic, Ash. That's true. You gotta have your quarantine. But people aren't an increased strain. These are living people. Ash stares at you. Even calling them refugees is a way of turning them a lot scared, desperate people into a single monolithic group. Wait, the quarantine has been in effect for like 30 days. That's way more than enough time for a quarantine, though. Generally. Ash slides in the container full of mushrooms into one of the cargo holds racks. Yeah, because I was at 33 days. Look, as much as I'd like to chat, I still got a space in those to fill the holds. So if we're going to help, I think Ash is trying to say that we need your help, and quickly. Peak says, glancing at her, the refugees are behind the cordon. They won't be able to hold out indefinitely. We need to get supplies into them in the next 12 cycles, or Ash steps forward, or Haven Edge will have to bear responsibility for whatever happens next. What can I do? There's 3 things they need to secure: water, food, and scrap components for ship repairs. I could always use more scrap too, to be honest. I need to build my apartment. Ash gestures the storage containers around the hold. Water we can find a way to source, or my preference, just siphon away from the underground reservoirs in the Greenway. Peak raises their eyebrows. Ash, yeah, they'll definitely not get people to like you. She ignores them. For food, things could be tricky. The mushrooms are delicious, but no way we could get the volume to feed a flotilla. However, I saw an algae stack on the way over, if we can get access. No more stealing, Ash. Peak sighs. I didn't say steal. She stares at them indignantly. If we can get access, we can work the stack, harvest some algae for the flotilla. Those stacks churn out vast quantities in short timescales. And the repair components, she says sensitively. Just look around you, Peak. This whole place is made of scrap. You just need to be in strong endurance. She shoots you a glance. I'm sure the Sleeper has the resources. They can bring them right here. I need to do that, too. I need to start getting scrap. We got everything before the time runs out perfect. We get most of it, also good. Either way, 12 cycles is going to take, and we have to go. So they have to leave in 12 cycles. But how will you get through? Ash shoulders the container. I thought I'd leave that up to you, Peak. They flinch. Are you serious, Ash? I know we said we would help the flotilla, but at what point? They stop. Take a breath. Take this seriously, Ash. I don't know the first thing about breaching a quarantine cordon. Maybe not. Ash looks at you, but they might. They slipped out from an SNR facility, didn't they? Plus, they've been here longer than us. You're always trying to You're always trying to get me to find help. Well, here it is. She gestures at you. Help. Pete glances between the two of you. I swear to, they sigh. I need to think this one through. Meet me at the court in a couple cycles, Sleeper. Maybe we could figure out something. Meanwhile, Ash meets her eye. You can help me acquire the supplies discreetly, she smiles. But we have to keep the secret. Keep Havenage out of the loop, and once they get suspicious, it's all over for us. This suddenly seems a little too real, too dangerous. You've only just found your feet on the eye. It's not a time for causing trouble, no kidding. Come find us. We'll be out trying to pull this all together. Ash goes back to back of the hold to start packing another container. Peek, come help me. Peek glances back at her. Sleeper, look. We didn't choose this either. They lower their voice. Help us finish this. We've set up a base camp on the Broken Spoke. You're welcome to rest there in any of the cots while we work on this. They smile. We are in this together. Peek, Ash shouts. They walk back into the hold with the help of the container. As you leave the climbing briar, you look out at the broken edge of the eye's ring where Havenage Cordon blinks with tiny red lights. What are you getting yourself into? So that's the countdown started now. Buyer brace camp. Self-repair. Oh, that's my self-repair. Inject stabilizers. This is me resting there. Per cycle. I'd lose 2 energy and 1 conditioning. That's just the sleeping part. Okay, so this is theirs. Peak's plan. 8 scrap components. How do I fill Briar's hold? I can only put scrap components in right now. I don't know where that gardener seed goes. I need a +1 to gather scrap here? That's awful. That is so awful. So I need to work towards the +1 for that. That's the only way I can get scrap. There's no way I'm gonna get that in time. That's awful. That's like, all this late game stuff's all for endurance. So I need 1, 2, 3 points to get that. And there's no way I'm gonna get 3 upgrade points. I won't be able to help them. The cordon. Okay, so that's where the cordon is. Service dock. Waiting for Fang, okay. LG stack. Negotiate access, okay, that's an easy one. So I can get them food, so yeah. So I don't think I'm gonna be able to get them scrap, but I can get them food at least, right? Oh, water. And water? Oof, that's a lot. I get them food and water, but I can't get them scrap. It's only a +1? Hack sensors. The alert level of the system keeping you from getting locked out. Oh, so I need to keep doing that as I siphon the water. It's complicated. I could sleep there, but I'm not going to sleep there right now because there's stuff back here that I probably need to do. Coming up soon with the bar and whatnot. Right. Compressor Club, the other one, yeah, okay, that's still a couple days off. I'm gonna be down to 4 already. Damn, I really need more scrap. And I've got pretty bad rolls this time. I'm gonna go for the Autogan agents. Because that's what's... +1, well it's actually +2. Okay, the one's at least getting put to work. And now I can go to Castor with the Autogan finally. And I get a nice stabilizer again. There we go, an extra stabilizer, amazing. And that's his stuff done, so maybe he's gonna be giving me something? No? No, nothing, he's just done and I can't do anything else with him. Why is he still on the map? That's weird. He got the data he wanted. The rest of any excess data I get, I guess I could sell, but I'm not gonna try to get it. There's a lot of other things I need to be doing. Oh yeah, including the ship. I was so close to that, right? One away. The negative loses energy, that's fine. I can buy some food if I lose energy. Please be lucky. Whether actually, is the 2 the same odds? Yeah, that is. Just use the 2 then. Well, I lost energy, of course. I'll have to try tomorrow, or I could just finish it now, but I'll try the next day. I wonder if I'm... Can I buy food from Memphis now? Yeah, I should be able to, yeah. What else can I do with my 3? Algae stack. Okay, that's not a great start, but something. Okay, I lost an energy and gained an energy. That's, but didn't actually get anything I needed. That was unlucky. Okay, well let's see what the next day brings. I am tempted to go back up to 6. Oh, sorry, 5. But no, I'm still 4. I'll stick at 4 for a bit. I do have 2, but... Three more days I'll use one. Because I think I don't need any more stabilizers right now. Should be alright, maybe we're to the end game. Oh, 2 1s. So the reroll would be nice. As you leave, you find a note today outside the door. Read Sleeper. There's something you need to see. Meet me at Cordon as soon as you can. Just keep heading around the ring until you hit the flotilla. I'll be waiting, Peak. Your pocket note and a glance around the corridor. Looks like you're doing this. Apparently, Peak has a lot of access to the station. Time to make a plan. That's almost done. Almost have a new visitor. This one's still bought out. Okay, let's try to finish this one off again. Two, come on. How am I so unlucky with a stupid one? Okay, well that's awful. 75% chance and I got 2 negatives in a row. Losing energy. I guess I'll buy some food. I need money again. Yeah, I could wait. Maybe I'll get some free energy. I need to save all the money I can at the moment. I'm not making money. Okay, I almost got those. Okay, that one's risky, but the other one's dangerous, right? Yeah, so let's use the 6 there. 100% chance. I get +1. But it didn't. Okay, no alert. I guess if it's negative, then I get alerted. Time is ticking. Sleeper Peak catches your attention from the shadowy corner they were leaning against. Any trouble getting here? None. Good to hear. Come, take a look at this. They beckon you over the nearby window, which looks like the ruined ring, to the blinking red lights of Havenedge Cordon. Maybe I need to get that dice back already because I have so many dice that I need to spend. So the ruined ring, blinking red lights of the Cordon. Okay. So Cordon's temporary structure is a net of metal struts meant to detect and dissuade any ships from entering or leaving the flotilla just out into the black. And all around the tugs flit, securing them in place and tending the red blinking drones to mark the quarantine. It's impressive and worrying sight. What do you think? Peek interrupts your thoughts. How'd you get through? Use one of the tugs? As an escort, you mean? I doubt we could fit the supplies in one of those tugs, but if you seem like the Briar is officially being escorted through the Cordon, Peek squints the red lights, but then we'd be stuck inside. Peek turns away at the window and rubs their forehead. Ash has really wrapped us up in something here, hasn't she? The question is spoken under their breath, but they don't seem to expect an answer. Silence grows. Are there other options? If you got them, I'm happy to hear them. Peek smiles. The way I see it, there are 3 parts to making it through the Cordon. They gesture out the window in strange structure. Deception, distraction, and speed. You'll need all 3 of them for a clean passage through. Deception means tricking the Cordon security into thinking that we're meant to be there. Maybe a tug escort could work. I already said that. Anything that makes the Briar look official. Distraction, meanwhile, will be all about diverting attention so no one looks too hard at what the Briar is doing. We can create a gap in the Cordon's scanning and deterrent system, so that should keep them busy. Finally, speed will be making sure the Briar is ready to roll. Perhaps we do a little work on the ship to get her ready. I surely wouldn't mind. They lean back from the window. How does that sound? Good. Good to hear, Peek grins. Peek looks down at their slate. 10 cycles left. They glance at the window at the Cordon nervously. 10 cycles to gather supplies and prep this plant. It's tight. Yeah, no kidding. That's very tight. I have not even got any supplies secured yet. Peek looks at you. If this goes wrong, Peek Sighs. Just get out, okay? They squeeze your shoulder. Follow Esh anywhere, but you don't need to be dragged down with us. Okay. Good. Beak brightens a little. I don't need any more guilt than I already have. Let's get to it. Beak stretches. I'll tell Esh about the improvements to the Briar and the rest. Let's just explore the cordon as best we can and look for openings. I have no idea what guardian angel sent you to a sleeper, but I'm very glad they did. Oh, except, yeah, new drive, of course. Intercept comms and blend. There's so many things to spend dice on. It's stupid. I don't even know when I need to do that one. It's after I have the supplies or before? It should be after. Risky, but I need to start making progress here. Nope, of course. 50-50 and it's gonna be negative again. How did I friggin' know? I'm just not lucky with these rolls now. Okay, more food. Do I do one more day with 4 dice? Yeah, one more day with 4 dice, I think. I can't be using my stuff too quickly. Okay, a bit better rolls, but still not great. Okay, Tella has something. Tella comes to you one shift, the bar is empty, tapping you on the shoulder as you clean the bar. I'm not even doing shifts anymore, it's ready. She's grinning ear to ear. Can I try? I could definitely use the food. Obviously, she grabs you by the arm before you can ask anything and drags you into the back room. The smells hit you immediately when you enter, a cocktail of rich fermentation and chemical sharpness. The room is warm and bright now, newly installed lights making the place look clean, whether it is or not. Tal has already pulled up a couple of stools around the metal crate, where 2 glasses with a few fingers of pale Juriel sit inside waiting. She smiles. I haven't even tried it yet. You can see she's nervous. You both sit at the makeshift table, the sight of strangeness and the situation making you both jumpy. Tella hands you a glass. Cheers, she says solemnly, and knocks the glass back. You do the same. The first sensation is burning, a sharp nose-clearing blast of alcohol that has your frame querying whether you'd like to activate safe mode. You gulp the drink back, and it is only then, behind the burn, that you taste the earthy tones of the mushrooms, the wood, and the soil left behind like sediment, barely there. That's strong. Tella nods vigorously. Woof, that was heavy. As promised, though. You think? She swirls the glass and puts it down. Wait, I have an idea. Tella grabs the metal bottle from the newly installed work surface and adds a few drops of water to the Juriel. Try again? This time the burn was a warming glow, harsh but fading off, the woodiness less heavy, and you taste something floral among the marshy decay. Something fresh and bright that you never expected to find. Both you and Tella meet eyes. It's really good, right? It is. Tella grins you with her whole face, and that makes you smile too. Tella pours out some more Juriel, and then adds some more water. Actions are already taking the quality of the ritual. You both drink. Tella tucks her feet beneath her on a stool, folding her legs. She looks down in a glass and swirls the liquid thoughtfully. What's on your mind? Tella looks up. Nothing in particular. My father opened this place, you know, she says out of nowhere. A thought suddenly becoming words. It was his attempt at making a life for us, for a family, when we got to the Eye. Your family? My father, my mother, my little brother. She takes a drink. They aren't around now. I'm sorry. That's okay. My parents had long lives, and my brother is somewhere on the starboard belt. Ran off with the salvage crew. She puts her glass down. He's alive, as far as I know. I was just thinking about something my father told me. When he first set this place up, he wanted to call it the Bantagan. But he was afraid it'd scare off customers that kind. So he kind of translated it. Hence the overlook. These past few cycles, when I've been here, I've been thinking about I should rename the place. She looks at you, the Bantayan. What do you think? Love it. She looks away. Me too. Tella picks up her glass, then settles it then to the Bantayan. They both clink their glasses and drink up. Tella hisses through her teeth. Still harsh, she laughs. And then suddenly grabs her shoulder. Oh, sleeper, I totally forgot. She stumbles to her feet. She lurches over to a corner of the room, covered with a plastic sheet, and whips it off, like a magician performing a trick. Beneath it is a neat little kitchen. A sink, a work surface, and a compact oven with a hob. Your kitchen. She doesn't give you time to respond. You can come make stuff here anytime, as long as you promise not to raid the mushroom farm. I need this for the Juriel. I was thinking too, if things pick up, we could start serving proper food at the Overlook. I mean, the Bantayan. She laughs. Do you like it? It's perfect. Tella gives you a hug and then quickly stands back. I'm sorry. I'm just so glad you're here. She grins. Me too. Tella tidies away the glasses to inspect the kitchen, checking that it all works. It's small and salvaged, but what you've had to come up with it feels like a dream come true. Later, when she's done for the day, Tella comes back through the bar and to share a glass of good Juriel, the one she didn't distill. This time you talk about nothing in particular, sharing memories about regulars or discussing the best place to eat on the Eye, which, after everything that's happened, feels less like a nice change of pace. When it comes time to leave, you promise to cook for Tala and agree to let her know which shifts you'll be working in the coming cycles and slip it into the cool of the rotunda. And in this moment, you feel for once at home. Okay, free spirit. Okay, so yeah, I need to get this +1 endure for the scrap, but I think that's just a long shot right now. I can cook Juriel caps. Oh, so it will feed me basically. Cook Matsutake caps. I don't even know where Matsutake caps. They're hard to get. We only need one. That's why they're a bit more valuable. But that is. There's another drive done at least, I hope. Right? Memphis wants friggin' Matsuhake. Are you kidding me? The caps that I can't get? Two handfuls. Yeah, I mean, just two handfuls. Well, I'm trying to save refugees here. I'm not going to be able to do the other quest. The Bliss, I'm not going to be able to do. Wait, didn't I grow mushrooms though? What happened to the mushrooms I was growing? Two random rare mushrooms. What happened to the ones I was growing? They disappeared. I lost it completely? What? Anyway, I don't have time for the mushrooms anymore. Really? The neutral brings up the Havenage alert? That's awful. Can I at least get them water? Okay. Negative is ++ alert. That's awful. Can I get at least 1. There we go. Neutral outcome. I'm so unlucky with these rolls. Okay, so Fang is going to be there. I need to restore my condition. Sunbathe. I need to spend a dice on that. Yeah. Not obviously going to do that. Need more dice. Okay, good. Okay, so let's get the water. Okay, positive outcomes, nice. And the 2s I'll leave for the water. Or the algae. Wait. That was the water. Yeah, that's the algae. It's for food. Seriously, what's with this? Negatives are insane. 50-50 and I've gotten how many in a row? There we go. Finally, I guess I'll just stay on this side now. I don't think there's anything on the other side to do at the moment. Though, yeah, I don't need food. I guess I got energy back, so I don't need food this cycle. There's no way I'm gonna get scrap, so I don't know why I decided to try to get that. Okay, the water. Come on, water. It's done. 2 positives, there we go. Tucked into the service corridor, deep below the reservoir, Esha is double checking the seals and the water tanks loaded into the motorized trolley. Though you are far enough away from any thoroughfares not to worry about being overheard, you both speak in hushed tones. How do I get these to the Briar? Ash glances back at you. We'll trolley these to a bay further along, and then we'll bring it in the Briar for a quick and quiet collection. Speaking of quiet, she gives you a look and then points pointedly back to the corridor towards the reservoir before hitting the ignition on the trolley but to start it moving. You take the other side of the trolley and walk it up to the service corridor with its flickering lights, the Somheim detritus. You doubt it was used by Havenage, at least that's the hope. You glance at Ash, her face a mask of determination as she guides the trolley along. Maybe some conversation will make this journey go a little easier. How'd you meet Peak? Ash pauses, a little surprised by her question. She glances back down at the tunnel, but in this deserted passage, she can hardly keep up the pretense of silence. We grew up together, she answers quickly, and then turns back to the trolley, and you can tell she you're expecting her to add more. But she can tell you expect her. She seems to gather herself for an answer, not wanting to ignore you, but trying instead to get her answer straight in her head. Our outpost, Hawthorne, is not an easy place to grow up. The administrators keep a tight hold of everything, she rolls her eyes. Even though they are trapped in the same decaying installation as everyone else. Peak, she pauses. Peak found it harder than most, she pauses again, judging by her words. I stepped in to help them out. Silence descends again, but you can feel the wheels turning in Esh's mind as the creaking wheels of the trolley take you along the corridor. Peak isn't the most practical of people. They used to be, well, they needed someone to teach them to look after themselves. Stand up for themselves. That was me, she smiles. After that, I couldn't get rid of them. Ash stops talking. You see her eyes have lit up, and you imagine she is recalling some moment or other from her and Peak's past. You both reach a wide bulkhead doorway. You have to stop to shimmy the trolley over to the edge. When you're done, Ash turns to you. I'm good from here. Head back. And with that, she's gone, moving off to the dark tunnel ahead. You watch her go and then turn around and walk the distance back to the staircase you entered from. The tunnel humming around you as you do. As you walk, you try to piece together Esh's past, but all you have are glimpses of a person she once was. She seems to prefer it that way. Okay, so that's the water done. Now we just have the algae, which is risky. Probably lose more energy, of course. Okay, 1 energy. Okay, no energy lost. Oh, there we go. We lost it, but we also gained it right back, so it works out. Hey, there we go. 1 away from the algae. We're doing it, but then we still need to use other dice on the scouting thing, the cordon. And I need to fill this up as well. It's crazy how much you need to do for this stupid side quest. DLC is not supposed to be hard, but this is definitely hard. We're almost halfway there. It's locking me out of doing other stuff in the game. So next time if I do a playthrough on my own, I'll probably skip this. It's a lot of time in it. Yeah, we need food. I'm running out of money too is the problem. I guess I might need to sell the ship mine car. I don't think I need it anymore, so I'll just sell it. I need the money. And you know what? I could probably buy another stabilizer and just keep up at 5. I can't afford to lose any dice at this point. Or like maybe do only like a couple cycles. One cycle is 4 or something, and then back. Who buys the ship mind? The Paz, yeah. Wait, they sell it. They don't buy it? Sell ship mind. Yeah. I am hurting for money. I need the money. There we go. That's 150. It's not too bad. I would like to get the Matsutake, but I'm not even sure how to get them. Do I need to be part of the friggin' commune? Wait, where am I? Oh, I must be getting scrap components by luck. I don't get to fix my apartment, but I mean, that's to help the refugees. I need only 3 more. I guess I've been getting them. And I could sell the fragment, because there's no way I'm going to get another fragment. Well, maybe when the other ships come. It's only a couple cycles away. That one's 2 cycles away. Yeah, okay, maybe I'll just hold on to the fragment for now, because I could always make it to another ship mind and sell it for more than the piece will sell for. Okay, but I need to buy food. yeah, maybe another. Another one of these. I just need to keep topped off, like there's no other way I can finish everything. Okay, we're almost done though on that. But I still want to do the other stuff. So we need to do the scouting. That takes, okay, I only have 4. Feng is ready, okay. Negative, I lose energy, it's fine. Okay, there, got LG. That takes... What? I only made it so I can grow algae. That is ridiculous, okay. Accelerate. Okay, I need 3 to... So this goes plus algae growth. Or yield per cycle. That's repeatable. I don't get... So is that going to improve this plus food? Why can't I use this? I can't use harvest. So this needs to be done first, maybe? I'm confused. Okay, well I accelerated it and I lost energy. Buy some food. I'll be down to 4, but then I'll... So, do I talk to Feng? I did have a save there, so if Feng triggers the end game, then I'll just reload. When you enter the service dock, Feng is already set up, crouched among the stacks of equipment. He's leaning over a terminal, bathed in blue glow. He looks totally at home. Sleeper, what do you think? Turns out that everyone at Havenage is set against me. A couple of my old systems pals managed to ship me some of my old gear. Not everyone is against me. Okay. He gestures to a pile of blinking hardware. Nice kit. Feng does a mock bow. Any updates? Feng beckons you over. He has a set of scans of the wastes on his terminal with heat maps of activity overlaid. A chunk of the derelict rim is blotchy with red and orange marks. Does this look like a wasteland to you? Feng shakes his head. There's hundreds of Conway machines out there, all lined up in concealed hangars. And a whole underground facility to support them. Hardin has got a crew out there putting them together. He must have shipped them in piece by piece through the shipyard, ready for assembly out there. Why? They're planning something. No one needs hundreds of heavy-duty reclamation drones to run this kind of operation. Maybe Hardin masked this whole thing as an effort to clean up the wastes, but there's no way to... This is pulling scrap off the eye. Feng looks worried. Why is Conway in the mix? I bet no one Havenage knows another corporation is setting up on the station. They aren't stupid either. These scans are the best info I can get. The wastes are cut off from the eyes, cloud of networks, and the greenway is just a total dark zone. No data can come in or out. We can't hack them? Not from here. He turns and winks. That's why I'm going to pay them a visit. How? You forgot. Havenage can't come in and out. Wait, you forget. Havenage come in and out of their all cycle. I should be able to get in, as long as nobody I know sees me, he grimaces playfully. But I need you on the outside to help disable security systems, cut me a pathway through. There's no cloud access, but if I can get inside, I can open up nodes in their network and we could work through them in tandem. Of course, which I need dice for. It's a massive facility buried deep down there, miles of corridor and ventways wrapped around cargo bays and hangars, so it'll take more than a few cycles to work through it. But as long as I can keep them off my back, I know I can rip what we need out of there. He pulls a handful of ripper worms in his pocket and hands them to you. These are the last of my little helpers I managed to salvage, so make them count. I modified them slightly this time. They'll feed their data threads back to the system they're tunneling into, creating a nasty feedback loop. You run it just like we did the agents, hack the nodes, and I ping to locate the ports for the security system, and then slot the worms into the systems and let them go to town. He points to a fuzzy silhouette he buried at the facility in the terminal. Here's the entryway. This is where you can get access to slot your first worm. They'll fry the perimeter systems and get me past the first cordon. What I need from you is to keep your eyes on the facility. After you kick things off, you'll see me pop a security system server bank. You need to break in and slot a ripper to disable as soon as you can. And if I can't, Feng gives you a hard look. You miss the system, you wait too long, they're going to find me. Simple as that. He claps you on the shoulder. You need to be focused on this one, so I'm going to let you fire the starting gun. Okay, so I need to be done with this other quest before I can do this one. I won't go until you slot that first worm. I'll leave the tracker running on the terminal here, so come back if you want to see my progress. He affectionately pats on the top of the screen. Okay, got it. Don't worry, you can run things around their protocols. I've seen it. Run rings around the protocols. It's all in place. You need to make up your own preparations. Just then slot the worm, he stretches. Just don't wait too long. I'm getting bored of all the sneaking around. Once I'm inside, I'll get the proof we need to end this whole thing, no matter what. He crouches to check the terminal. We can't take longer than 6 cycles on this thing. Remember that. I don't think I'm gonna have 6 cycles left. He stands up. Oh, and one last thing. He lowers his voice. If I get caught, or you can't reach me, or we run out of time, there's one thing I need you to do. What is that? You take whatever I've managed to pull at this point, all the data, and you slot that stuff straight into the relay I've set up here. He points to a pile of servers and terminals hooked in the dock with cables as thick as your arm. I repurposed the dock's SOS broadcast system to beam out to whatever you put in it. Anyone with a terminal, slate, or server on the eye will see it. That means Havenage, Yatagan, the hub, everyone. No matter what, Hardin's not stinking away from this time. Grins. We got a bit more to do here, but the moment you slot your first worm, I'll make my move. He gives you a parting smile as you turn back to the terminal. That nerves hit you as you make your way out of the service dock. Time to prepare yourself. I'm running out of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I just have 6, but 5 left now. Down to 4. Down to 4. Slot one of these in. Good rolls, though. Good rolls. Just trying to get them food. The algae stack is horrible. Okay, so I had to unlock the acceleration. Okay, first, I see. Oh, it's going down. That takes 2 days just to grow, like... So do I use my 4 there, or do I use it somewhere else? Intercept comms, intel, okay, engage our interface, blend in with the crew. That's only +1 intel, so I do want to do the comms, it's better. Because I get more intel. Okay, nice. This is wasting all my friggin' time. I need to go get more food. I'm not gonna have any time left out of this quest. This is ridiculously long. Like, this DLC is not great. Like, you basically, it commits you to doing just it in the end game. It's way too long. Not really happy about that. If I knew it was that long, I would not have done it, because it's just wasting my... I would have been able to do everything else. Now I'm just stuck doing it. Not much I could do about that. I mean, I made the choice to do it. I didn't think it was gonna be friggin' so long though. It's absolutely ridiculously long. I could have done like literally everything else, including the bliss thing, I bet. Like, at least I would have been able to do the mushrooms. Get the Matsutake, if I even knew how to do those. But okay, end the day. Like, I'm gonna be cutting it close for the end game if I can even get to the end game now. Like, I wonder if I could reload an earlier save. I don't think so. There's only one save. Good rolls though, which I need. Like, this one is like, why is the algae stack so ridiculous? Oh, I can grow more, but I just got +2. Oh, it's already like accelerated. Okay, I'll use the 5, and hopefully even with the neutral should get me enough. And we got the food. Okay, ++ food. Yeah, we're good. Okay, you're leaning up against the metal crates as you loaded with algae, packed and dried into bright green pucks. Ash hopped onto one beside you, flexing her aching back. Aching back? I hope that the refugees like algae. Ash squints at you if you just interrupt her train of thought. It's a look you have become familiar with. Doesn't matter either way. This is what we've got. She sighs, rubbing the back of her neck. It just needs scrap, so I'm gonna have to get the scrap. But okay. In these past cycles, working with the algae stack with Esh, you've had little insight to her mind. She rarely seems happy to start a conversation, but is eager to end one. Despite this, you feel like something has grown between you, something like silent trust. The kind that tends to seed itself in the fertile soil of hard but necessary work. There's something I've been meaning to ask. She raises her head cautiously. Go on. Why escape XPR? We already know about that. So, the flotilla. Why are you helping the flotilla? She pauses, her protective instinct fighting with the trust you built. You can see her begin to shrug and question off, then she stops, rethinks, sighs. What you need to understand is, Sleeper, is that Erland's Eye wasn't the only place where Solheim's collapse happened. Sure, Hawthorne, where we grew up, was an XPR installation, but that didn't screen it from Solheim going under. Actually, Solheim was the only reason XPR was ever there. She pauses, hesitant to get into the whole story, but wanting to offer something. She flinches, correcting herself. They are a service corp, you understand. They set up outposts and circuit systems like this one to offer refueling or logistics and maintain services to bigger companies with extraction contracts. She gestures to the eye around her like Solheim. When Solheim went bust, XPR lost our client, and Hawthorne, well, we lost everything. We became an outpost tasked with just holding on. Keep the refueling platforms running, they said, and keep the outpost stable. Hold on to our claim. She rubs her head as she recalling this was somehow physically painful. Do you know what it's like to spend your entire life in a place with no future? I'm here, aren't I? A place that exists only to hold your legal claim to a piece of territory? To shore up a breach of contract negotiation between two corporations? It's like living in a... She searched for the word, jumping back and forth. In a grave. She clenches her hands. So if you're looking to answer the why questions, that's your answer. Peek and I know what it's like to be forgotten, to be locked out. She stares hard at the side of the stack and the algae whirling against the glass in beautiful patterns. She doesn't look away. Silence extends, and you realize the conversation is over. Ash seems angry, but not at you, but with herself for even voicing such ideas. After a while, you stand and start to load the crates and powered cargo trolley, and Ash will run back to the Briar. As you do, you try to catch her eye, but she avoids it, soothing herself instead with the comforting simplicity of physical work. It's not impossible. Let's get the scrap. Unless there's a scrap. Wait, maybe there's the ship selling scrap. Do you have any ships in dock? Yeah, we got scrap to buy. I'm gonna need to sell like all my data and stuff that I don't need. Ooh, 6. That's good. Give me more. Give me more. I don't need ship mine fragments. Well, I guess I can make a ship mine and sell it, but that's not what I needed at all. What is with this dock? What, wasn't there supposed to be a ship there? One never came. At least, it's one way to get money, but I need more scrap. I need 2 more. And there's no way for me to get it. Time is ticking here. Yeah, the getting protection thing does not work. That's not an ending that I want. We already saw how that went. My tracker, if my tracker's disabled, hopefully I can stay here and not end the game right away. I'm not sure how that works. It's kind of ridiculous that you need your endurance up to be able to end this, or like for this quest specifically. Okay, so the food's done, the water's done. We need scrap, but I mean they're not gonna get. I don't even know if I could give them scrap when I have 6. Yeah, I need 8 complete. Wires, holds, and components. And I need Peak's plan done. You might not be able to get all of them. Well, I tried. We need to finish the cordon. Intercept comms. This is my best one. Use the 6, and that will finish that off. Yeah, just use the 6. Find out what to use the 2 on. Why are these popping up? Crew canteen? This is not. This is impossible. This is so stupid. How is this even? Like, you have to start this at the beginning of the game. Look how many freaking things there are. Deflect. Slice thrusters. What the? I guess sabotage sensors first, maybe? This one's safe, though, but that's safe. Convince a crew. Okay, maybe we need the crew no matter what. This is only risky. %75% chance of it. Something. Okay, time to get some more food. Okay, yeah, I can't ever go down to 4 dice. I have enough money now that I could buy another one. I'm out of time, though. What about Feng's mission? Like, I don't even have time for it. I don't even know where that is. Crack Conway. Yeah, I don't think I could finish the side quest. This is just... I'm out of time. They've got 4 cycles for that. But this is like, wait, these are way too much? I can only get +1 each time? That's only +1 each time. Yeah, that just does not add up. It's way too much. And then you're dealing with a stupid suspicion as well. I don't like this at all. Like, this is just poorly designed, because, like, how are you actually able to do that? Why did they make that so friggin' long? It should be half the length, to be honest, like, because that's just at a point where you're not even gonna get to see it. So I think at this point, I'm just gonna have to cut it. I can't do it. There's no way. I've got 4 days. Well, 3 days left now. That's such a stupid quest. I have to. A rapid burst of movement catches your attention. A drone. Its fins adjusting as it hovers in place, floats in the corridor. Hello? Drone shifts a little but does not respond. Drone buzzes closer as his voice gurgles out. His speaker distorted and strange. Sleeper, come to the cordon. We need to speak. Well, the cordon. Who is this? The drone clicks and whirs and the recording starts playing again. Sleeper, come to the cordon. We need to speak. Inspect the drone. Move closer and the drone bobs away to a safe distance, but as it does, you see the Ha of Havenage emblazoned on its side. Could that be Feng's drone? Satisfied it has delivered its message, the drone rotates and accelerates away rapidly as it arrived. You stare at it as it disappears from sight, hoping for some insight that escapes you. The cordon den. It's a Havenage, though it's not him, it's Havenage. But I haven't even hacked them yet. As you enter the passage that leads through the cordon, a flash of movement catches your eye. The drone. It stops to make sure you've seen it, then flits into a side passage leading to a set of narrow stairs. You climb through a dark shaft, the drone stopping at each landing to check that you're following. Despite lack of expression, there's something overbearing about the way the drone waits, impatiently realigning its fin sequence. After a long climb, you come out to an observation platform. The cordon and the vast ramshackle refugee ships beyond your vision. The scale seems impossible. Immediately, you feel small and naive for thinking you could affect this situation. The drone shifts nearby. The drone again. Woman standing in front at the window at the edge of your vision. You aren't surprised that you didn't notice her. She seems too impossibly small in the shadow of the flotilla. The drone buzzes by her shoulder as she turns. Frustrated Havenage counselor. Interesting. Sleeper, sorry for the cloak and dagger nonsense. She begins to drone, but I have never regretted being cautious. She smells a tight smile and holds out a hand. I'm Helene. Shake her hand. The tight smile holds, but the drone keeps a single eye fixed on you. The effect is a little unnerving. Look, she glances around the empty observation deck as if checking potential eavesdroppers. Let's be straight with each other. I know about your plans and she cuts before you can respond. I understand your motives. You look at her overalls, the yellow markers and the HA sigil. You've been on the eye long enough to recognize the Havenage member when you see them. You're Havenage. Yes, I mean, I expect that is obvious. The tight smile began. I hope you won't hold it against me. She glances around nervously and moves a little closer. This entire situation, I'm not here to defend it. She glances back at the flotilla. Nobody's happy about this. Then release the flotilla if you can. She says, how do you think this works? She pauses. Sleeper, tell me something. What does Havenage mean to you? Harden Hurst. How do you know about Harden? She squints at you. You're an interesting one, Sleeper, though you should know Harden is the worst of us. Havenage is used to being criticized in some ways. We invite it. Our members are free to bring up grievances at any meeting to propose new structures and approaches. She shifts her weight impatiently. As a counselor, it is my duty to listen to them. That is why, as elected by the members, we are an imperfect system, yes, and each counselor, each member, each representative can be flawed and worse. She looks down, but we keep this place running. That is what we do. And the flotilla? In this case, she turns to you and looks at a clump of fractured ship. The flotilla is the problem. Can the Eye take in thousands of refugees safely? I don't know. This place is a ruin, Sleeper. What do you think the council discusses? The price of Juriel? We make plans and keep this place spinning to keep life support working to ensure. Slate chirps and Grim looks passes her face and she sees a notification. She looks tired, the screen light casting her rigid expression in a pale glow. Sleeper, I didn't bring you here to explain how Havenage works. I came to talk about your plan to cross the cordon, breach the quarantine, and supply the flotilla. She looks directly at you. Well, I can't do it. How do you know? She glances at the drone. I make it my job to know what happens here. I know you think you're helping the flotilla, but you cannot do this. Right now, halfway along the ring, one of countless series of debates are being held. The debates are to evaluate the potential harm that could be caused if the refugees of the flotilla are left to enter the station. But they want to leave.
They just want to supply them and leave. And they leave. These debates are a standstill. Marlene walks to the window. Too many of the Havenage Council think a flotilla is a threat. And after recent events, a hardline group has emerged, protective selfish. They seek to only benefit the members. In their mind, the flotilla is a danger to the life on the Eye. If you're caught crossing the cordon and breaching the quarantine, it will only strengthen the hardline councilor's case. Criminals who stole a ship from XP are undermining the security of the station, she shakes her head. It's exactly what they want. The refugees just need supplies, that's all they want. They do. That's exactly what I want to give them. But unless the quarantine is lifted through a fair process, they'll never get them. She sighs deeply. And those XPR spacers are running with? Sleeper, do you know anything about them? More than I know about you, that's true. She looks at you pleadingly. Let's change that, Sleeper. Why do you think the refugee flotilla came here now? Something is happening in the system, something that is pushing people out of the colonies and outposts that have survived since Solheim's collapse. We need to be ready for whatever is coming, ready to protect the Eye. I know the Eye means something to you. I know there's a reason you're still here. Yeah, because that ship kept failing the friggin' hack on the door. I'm sure there's more to do with that too. Help me protect it, and I still have my tracker that I'm trying to get. Helen fixes it with a strong look. Persuade these spacers that this is the wrong move, that they will be caught and the flotilla will be locked down. A Havenage will be delivered into those with the worst instincts. Forget the suicidal supply run with people we barely know. Help me fight for the Eye. Why don't you stop? Why don't you stop them? Wait, what? If I expose the plan, it's the same as if it goes ahead and they're caught. Either way, look at the Eye. Every way I look at it, the Eye looks compromised. The quarantine justified. Hardliners get their scapegoat. Don't offer up an excuse the hardliners need to lock the flotilla out together to persuade the members that they're the safest pair of hands. She looks at you imploringly, please. Look back at her and the flotilla behind, a sense of desperation in her plea. Notification breaks the silence. Shit. She rapidly scrolls through the pages of the data. Sleeper, I need to go. She looks torn. Think about this, please. Talk to the spacers. Help them see reason. And she quickly leaves the observation deck before they have time to respond. Stay for a moment, watching the lights off the tugs of the flotilla, wondering. I wonder if it feels like being one of those ships so close to your destination, so far from it. Then you think the Havenage Council chamber across the Eye, where the right of those people to find safety is being debated. You shiver, and then you're too gone. Back in the stairwell in the dark cold below. Well, there's no way I could do this, so maybe I can convince them. Nope. I don't think there's a... But we need to do this. We have 4 Ripper Worms. As you slot the worm in, a thread jumps out of the facility, it unspools in front of you, releasing its data like ink and water. Sleeper Feng's voice cracks through, moving in. Nodes then ports, aware of interference, slot the worms. Timer starts now, stay safe. Thread dissipates. You're on your own now. 3, perfect, I've got a 3 or a 2. Oh, let's use the 2. I should have used the 3 because I have 2 3s. Port unlocked. Time to open up the doors. A 4 or 2. I have a 4 of 2 4s, so yeah, that's good. A 5 or a 3. Okay, I have a 3, good. Okay, so far so good. Down to 1 Ripper Worm remaining and 2 dice, so Yeah, I'm gonna need to wait till the next day. I can't do this all in one day. A 6 or a 4? I got a 4. Three works on this one. Never seen such tight security. No kidding. I'm just one more and one more. Okay, it's gonna have to wait till the next day. Okay, I think I have one more day before I go down to 4 dice. Ah, okay, this is a lot. Sleeper, Peak is waiting for you when you leave, but they look different. Pale, drawn out. You need to come up to the briar now. They don't meet your eye. What's happened? Not here, Peak hisses. Come to the ship. You'll be waiting. Peak walks away. Don't take long. I thought they disappear around the corner, leaving you anxious and confused. Well, I have somebody that's in the middle of something I need to hack. So, I've got something else I need to get done. Are you kidding me? I can't hack this? No, I can't even hack it. I don't have what I need. Hopefully I have some time on that. Okay, so I still have some time. Yeah, I got plenty of time. The whole thing needs to be done in 6 days. But I don't have 6 days is the problem. We've got 2 more days. I could sell this data, I guess. Not gonna need it. Well, you never know. At this point, whatever. I'll just hold on to it. I don't need the money right now. Okay, buy some food. Why not? Can try growing mushrooms instead. Let's see what they say. Because I gave up on their quest because it's just absolutely ridiculous. Oh, it's all gone. I couldn't do any of it. As you walk in the climbing briar's cavernous bay, it's now filled with crates and containers. Ash is waiting for you. In front of her, sliced open, with its inside scattered across the top of the heavy-duty crate, is an object you recognize. Helen's drone. You freeze. Come in quick. Peak nudges you into the bay, looking behind you before sealing the entryway. You have to start being careful. You move closer to the container, your eyes on the drone splayed out in pieces, some parts of it hooked up to a slate that Peak picks up and begins tapping away at. Ash looks up from the dissection. We caught it buzzing around nearby, heading for the ship. She leans over and taps the HA sigil on one of the removed pieces of the plating. It's a haven to spy. And we think we got it before it sent data back, but we can't be sure. Peak looks at you nervously. Ash cuts in. Have you noticed anyone watching you? Any drones like this? Anyone following you up the briar? I've seen this drone. This drone's following you? I've met its owner. Ash pauses for a while, Peak looking between the two of you. Explain, Sleeper, Ash says quietly. Tell them about Helen. You explain that you met with Helen at the cordon. and you tell Esh and Peek about what she told you. The Havenage Council are debating lining up lifting the quarantine, but they're blocked by the hardliners. You speak faster and faster, but before you can finish, Esh walks away in anger and then comes back again, her eyes burning. What is this, Sleeper? Have you understood nothing from what we've told you? She paces in front of you. Havenage are not your friends. They're administrators, which means they're interested only in one thing, in power, their own survival, their own causes. They divide people as easily as sorting livestock. The greater good of their work demands it, the wider project of the station, the colony of the nation. Her eyes wide as she speaks, her anger barely contained. She actually does want to help, though. Esh laughs. Help what, Sleeper? Undo the mess of the creation? Only wishes to placate you, so you'll compromise. So you'll do what is acceptable, not what is right. She's just a counselor, though. Yeah, she can't... Yeah, she's just a counselor. Let me tell you something, Sleeper, Esh says, her rage hardening into pain. When people are become administrators, they give up something. Some part of their being human, being an equal among others, goes away. They start talking about the greater good, the systems, the ways in which their hands are tied, or their processes compromised. My mother was the administrator of Hawthorne. What? That's a twist. And I've seen what it did to her. That noble higher calling is toxic. People should never have the chance to decide the fate of others. But you're doing the same with the refugees. You're trying to save them. Like, you're being kind of trying to do what's for the greater good. You stole from people to do it. So you're kind of a hypocrite. And those that do so at their own cost to their humanity. I mean, yeah, you could say the same has happened to you, though. Peek cuts in, and Esh holds up a hand. Don't start, Peek. Don't ask me to be reasonable or calm down. Thousands of people are desperate out here. Being reasonable will only prolong their suffering. I mean, Helen could help. Like, release the thing. Then we have the supplies. We don't need to sneak them in. Give the supplies when the flotilla leaves. Nobody gets hurt. Like, how is that hard to understand? That's the easy solution. Ash turns away. I'm done with this. You're risking an entire supply run just by being here. She walks back into the bay and starts checking the straps on the crates. I'll go next cycle. We don't need you anymore. Get out. Sleeper Peek looks torn. You have to understand. This is personal for us. You have to understand. I got the food and the water. You would be nowhere with me. You did absolutely nothing. I spent so much time on that. I know. Peek looks away and then at Ash. I don't know, Sleeper. I just don't know what to do. You glance around the Bay of the Briar. The walls seemingly closer every second. The whole thing is closing in on you. And the question is, where do you want to be when this all collapses? You look at Peek. What do you think, Sleeper? Peek rubs her forehead. Should we do this thing or not? Wait. Do what? This is horrible. Do what? What is this asking? Okay, I don't know what she's asking. If she should trust the counselor or sneak in the supplies. What is this asking? Okay, I might have to exit. I think no, if you mean sneaking in the supplies. Peek grimaces. I was worried you'd say that. To be honest with you, Sleeper, I'm not sure that how we got here. I mean, I know what we did, but it's like the universe shifted under us. One moment we were escaping Hawthorne, and now we're here. I have no idea what's coming. I look at Ash. Do you see her? They look back at you. She knows how we got here, but she's driving this thing forward, and they pause. She saved my life. So if your answer is no, I'm going to need you to stand back and get out of her way, because whatever she goes, that's where I'll follow. Okay, so I was no for that. Don't do this. I understand. Okay, I guess I have to say I understand. Then help us, Sleeper. Finish this. We're so close. And they look at you expectantly. I'm not helping you. I told you to not do this. Peek looks down, shaking their head. Then you're free to go. They slip away to help Ash, leaving you alone to replay the conversation in your head. None of this can feel good, but after everything Helen told you, they cannot do this. We should leave the Briar, perhaps for the final time, unsure what comes next. Okay, now I guess I'm growing mushrooms, and hopefully I have a roll that is better next time. Okay, because this row could get 2 rare mushrooms. Oh, damn it, that's not the one I wanted. I don't want Gyro caps. I wanted the spores. Wait. I didn't need the spores? Damn it, I think it probably saved. Yeah, it saved after I did that. Damn it, I wasted those rolls because I thought I needed the spores. It's getting late. I should probably have ended it. I will restart though, just to make sure. Like 17 seconds? I don't know if it's... Maybe it's before. I hope it was before. $49. Damn it, I got this after I got the spores. Can I choose another? No, there's only continue. Oh, that was a stupid mistake. I thought I needed the spores to grow the mushrooms. That's changed. Okay, that's so stupid. Well, I couldn't do much with those rolls anyway, but that's a waste of time, and I only have a couple days left. I was trying to get those mushrooms. And I wasted on the Gyro caps. I wish I could reload a save like earlier, but it is what it is. You make a mistake, you can't change it. So I just need to put rolls in here. Okay, I need to use a stabilizer. I can still sleep here apparently. Obviously not right now. What to use the one on? I don't think I have anything I could use it on. Work the stacks maybe? Just make some cryo? Oh, I could have sunbathed, I guess. Okay, better rolls, and good. I could have the roll that I need to finish off that one. Hopefully I don't... Yeah, I don't have a 5, but the 6 works. Hopefully I just need to put this Ripper Worm in and then it's done, but probably not. I just also unlock stuff. Okay, there we go. The cloud. The thread from the facility cuts through the cloud and the hairline crack of light. That's it. The final layer of security broken. Somewhere buried in the depths of the station, Feng is in control. He's slicing into the camera control circuits and piping out the results. The thread flickers and unravels into an image, a scene, two figures in a room, one sat, the other pacing. The pacing figure resolves into Harden, unmistakable superior posture, there's a shock of gray hair. The second figure's features don't seem to resolve, they're vague, unformed, a problem with the data perhaps. You look closer, then you see it, the figure is a proxy, perhaps you should have expected it from Conway. A corporation whose very existence is owed to automation. Proxy is a machine designed to be piloted by remote connection, someone elsewhere in the system puppeteering with their own body, speaking so it may speak. The proxy sits passively, or the Conway executive that's piloting them does, from the distant safety of some ship or orbital colony perhaps. We can move forward, there is no doubt, Harden is saying. The reclamation teams are almost ready, and after that I'll make the declaration. Nothing has to change. The proxy leans forward, its movement stilted, even as if its body were being refracted through water. But things must change, Harden. We need further assurances. I have been informed of a breach in one of the closed networks in Low End. You've been careless. Harden waves the accusation away. We have been stretched. A breach was detected, yes, but no data value was lost. Our board is concerned, Harden. A drop in our value would be unwelcome at this time. The proxy leans back, its posture dominant, as if the reclamation of AE1 is contested, and we could be drawn into a compromising legal position. Harden approaches the proxy. There will be no contest, not from Solheim, who cannot muster defense, not from Havenage, who will fall in line below me. He crouches in front of the seated figure, eye to eye. And the people of the station, perhaps, refugees, gangs, spacers, all opportunists are my voice is gone. Degenerates. Havenage is no longer strong, no longer united. No one believes in Erlen's vision, nor has the strength to enact it. Sat across from him at the negotiating table, he was forceful, eager, weakened by his ideological convictions, perhaps, but a great man nonetheless. This place no longer deserves to bear his name. The eye is crippled, it cannot survive. It is a ruin filled with squatters and outlaws. They'll be lucky if it spins 100 cycles. Harden stands. You will move forward with the reclamation, because otherwise you'll lose your advantage in the system. Without your advantage, you lose claims on the remaining palladium. Without the palladium, your factors will go dark. He pauses. Do I need to continue? One moment comes from the responsive form proxy, and his head drops to his chest. Harden steps back and paces once more, awaiting the discussion taking place elsewhere in the system. You watch Harden as he paces, and considers his future. What goes on with a mind like that? In the mind of a man who would burn all those around him for a path for some imagined golden end. Proxy lifts its head. We're happy to proceed. We will legally claim the station formerly known as Solheim AE1 as salvage within 6 cycles. Havenage is to assist the transport of legal residents in Conway housing and labor facilities. Proxy judders to his feet. Conway will also claim 70% of the raw output of reclamation process after losses have been accounted for. Harden nods. I accept. Proxy reaches out to shake his hand like a marionette, and then the recording loops. You watch it play it a second time, gripped by a horrified fascination. There's a bluntness to the conversation, a blatant disregard for humans or anything other than objects. Things to be moved, to be used, to be fed into structures crushed and losses accounted for in the cells of tables, margins of ledgers. You realize now that you're no different than anyone else in the station in the eyes of people in that room, and those like them. Each body here can only be recast as a piece of property, a tool, expense, an acceptable loss. One moment they can be named a citizen, celebrated, protected, and another, the very idea of citizenship could be used against them. That is what it means to live in proximity to a system like this. No longer, not while the eye spins. You gather the recording packet to a polygon of purest light. Then you shift down into the service stock like a falling leaf and find the relay. It only takes a second to place the polygon of data, the recording into the relay system thing prepared. And you watch as it bursts out, a web of threads heading out into the black to every network device in the eye. Let them see what the power makes of them. At the upgrade point, crack the toughest security system in the eye. Well, now I can get... Well, now I have Endure finally, I guess. So that's funny. Now I can get scrap, but it's too late. Since I have the scrap, I might as well make that apartment before I end. I'm pretty much at the end game. I've got 1 day left. Is it going to be enough before I... I don't think it's going to... I'm going to run out of time. I'm just going to get a loss. Where's my... Where's Feng? He won't be back in time. Okay, well, might as well build my house. If I'm gonna go out, I'm gonna go out in my own building. Okay, now I need to seal it. Wow, that's a lot of work too. I think I'm gonna be out of time right now though. I failed. Okay, buy some food. Well, this is game over. This is game over. Because I didn't get the tracker done in time because of that stupid side quest. That's such... The DLC, like, why would that just... I got stuck in a loop on that. It just wasted my time. That's all it did. Well, let's see what happens. I can't even do the other part of it. Wait, Feng's here? No, he's 2 days to come back. It's chaotic. Okay, well. And there's no reloading. That's the problem. So maybe it'll give me an option to reload earlier. I hope it does, but I don't think it would. Or smile the moment to see the drone. Of course, Helen has more than one. This drone is different, at least a bit. Its behavior is. It flits anxiously around you, nudging you, chirping at you. Whines and squeals and then zips off, running towards the flotilla, not checking if you're following or not. Something has happened at the cordon, you know it. A chill runs down your spine. Time to go. Ethan shoots you the moment you leave. You don't have time to react. The bullet passes directly in your leg, and your body immediately switches to emergency mode. As your sensors shut down, you feel like you're slipping underwater. You stare at Ethan from a closed body, a failing system. You can't read his expression, anger maybe, or disgust, but not hatred, no, something other than hatred. Your eyes fall on the weapon in his hand. He got the gun himself, I guess. Isn't the gun you saw taken away at the bar? Instead, it is some snub boxy thing, ugly and bent. Ethan sees you looking at it. He laughs. Yeah, I never did get mine back from those shitheads at the compressor. He twists the improvised weapon in his hand. Had someone make me this one in the bright market, especially for my visit today. You pull yourself against the doorway and sit against it. It's hard to focus on Ethan's speech against the clouds of notifications and errors. You feel something wet on the backs of your legs. Ethan leans closer. Stay awake. Someone is coming to see you. Someone. He grins, still pleased to bait you with his games. Our buddy Maywick. He waits for your reaction. You crazy. You are crazy, Sleeper, for thinking I'd kill one of my own for you. That's the same as he says, and he's gonna get shot again. Same as why when I actually help him. You still don't get it, you Sleeper. Yeah, okay. The contract is cancelled. Yeah, no. I've been speaking with Maywick. He glanced nervously. Been telling him about you. Stopped me from getting away. He owes me for making this job so easy. Basically bagged and tagged and ready to turn live for maximum contract value. Tell him as much as when he turns up and... yeah, he is going to get shot by him though. You're dead. If you're capable of that, Sleeper, you would... no, it's him that's going to kill you, not me. Learn one thing from you though, Sleeper. People know when to cut and run. Okay. Same. And he gets shot, yeah. So that's the same. You drop 2 without thinking, pressing yourself. Yep, okay. Maywick. You freeze in fear, then here he comes. He moves smoothly, his rifle trained on static Ethan. You're frozen in fear, you're damaged, stopping you from running even if you could. He doesn't say a word, but his eyes meet yours and they're glowing. When the tonight starts, white hot and impossible to escape, how is he doing it? You clasp your hands to either side of your head in pain. Maywick lifts you, wreathing out from the doorway, and lays you in the corridor. Your head screams in pain, but proceeds slowly, even gently lying you beside Ethan. As he does, you feel it pressing into your stomach. Ethan's improvised gun. Grab it. Through the haze and pain, you find to manage to curl your fingers around it. Maywick is close, so close. Feel him run some tool, some scanner along your back. Hold on to it. You grip the gun as hard as the plane flares, inching your finger over the trigger. Maywick grabs your shoulder and searches your neck for some mark or serial number. Then his hand is on your shoulder. He's flipping you over to face him. In that moment, you see a flash of surprise in his eyes as they fall on the gun. Squeeze. The gun explodes in your hand, and the blast whiting out Maywick, whiting out everything. All you see are the wheeling stars. They're spinning, and you're suddenly dizzy, though the eye has always spun like this, hasn't it? You hear voices shouts, but somehow your eyes are still on the spinning stars, going round and round in their cycles. You know how this works. As long as you keep your eyes on the stars, you'll stay here among the people of the eye. Because you know that behind them is nothing, and just a gap that stretches forever. And if you let your eyes drift, let them go to the gap, then that's where you will go. Somewhere far away, somewhere that body of yours can't take you. Keep looking at the stars. Keep watching those whirling, impossible systems of orbits and passages. Those vast objects made insignificant by distance. You watch them for a lifetime, for a moment. You watch them until it is time to get up. Until hands lift you to your feet, the crowd carries you to a bench where they sit you and let you rest. Here the conversation ebbs and flows. Sometimes it's angry, sometimes people are angry at you for bringing this violence here. Sometimes it's soft, sympathetic, the lifting tones of concern coming to you through a fog. But it too fades, until a few voices and then a couple, and then only one. Then finally, after so long, your body begins to open up. To let words in, you hear them for the first time. Wake up, Sleeper. And you do, and then you get up. As long as you do, you hear the sound of thousands of people getting on with their lives. Thousands of people who are just going to keep going until they can't anymore. And so you limp away from the voice and you join them. Okay, breakdown for a few chits more. Witness a lifetime of bad decisions. Okay, finally in the tutorial, so this happened. I didn't die. Game is still going. One of your skills is broken. It will be locked at -1, all perks disabled. It can be fixed with 1 upgrade point. But after you rest, your body will recover some condition. But your skill will remain broken until it's fixed. Okay, that's awful. Apparently I had just enough to repair it though. And I still have all my skills that I had before. Tempting recovery. Can I just... I have scrap, right? But I could also use... I could use this, right? Didn't work. Oh, I think I need to sleep. Yeah, all my skills are gone too. Can I buy food in the meantime? Complete active scenes? What? Okay, but I can't complete active scenes because I've got no dice. I need to go talk to somebody? The cordon. You arrive, frantic and anxious, the cordon. The drone is nowhere to be seen. Then you hear it chirping and whirring through the stairway it led you through before. One that leads up to the observation deck. You leap up the stairs 2 at a time and then make it to the top, momentarily blinded by the light pouring in through wide windows. Ray's voices echo in your ears as you squint across against the light. Peek and Helen come into focus. Arguing in front of the viewing window, the angular shapes of the flotilla frame the debate. Stop wasting my time. We need to stop her now. Helen looks harried and tired as she pleads with Peek. The moment she is caught, it's too late. The hardline counselors will get their excuse to lock the place down. Don't act concerned, Peek shouts back. I won't give her up, no matter what you say. You turn to see you standing dazed, Sleeper. Helen turns to you. Go to Peek. Ash is left without me, Sleeper. Peek looks exhausted. She's making the run now. She didn't even have a chance to do the run, though. She was going to get caught. I came here trying to catch sight of her, and this one, she gestures at Helen, ambushed me. There was no ambush, Helen argues back. We're on the same side. I just want what's best for the flotilla, and what she, Helen points towards the cordon, is doing will only bring more harm. If that's true, then it's only because of your own council's corrupt and decrepit institution. Peek burns with anger. You should deal with your own organization before casting blame on us. Helen sighs. That is what I'm trying to do. I do not have absolute power. I cannot change an entire system. But you and your friend would hand it to the worst possible people through your stubborn ignorance. Support Helen. Yep. Helen is right. The impact of this cannot be ignored. Otherwise, we risk pushing Heavenage towards the worst actors in order to make a single supply run. You must consider the bigger picture. Try to explain this to Peek. And it isn't about what Ash is being right or wrong, it's about the bigger systems that could shift because of her actions. Peek listens, but looks exhausted. They turn to Helen. There's nothing I can do, she looks defeated. Maybe you're right. I don't know any more and I don't care. I'll never be like you. I never wish to hold power in my hand for any purpose. Perhaps that makes me a coward, but I know that already. I ran from my family and people that needed me. I stole from them. And I would do it again. I would not look back, and then I would be not made to feel guilty for my choices. I face Helen defiantly. Helen looks down between the two of you. So be it. She opens her mouth to speak and then closes it again. She turns to you, Sleeper. You better hope your friends were well prepared. No, they weren't. Then she leaves, already flickering through the data sets on her slate as she does. You and Peek exchange a glance. I know that you think you're being balanced, Sleeper, but I can't be like you. I follow my heart. Me too. They turn back to the window, searching the flotilla for the glimpse of Clanebrier's blue XPR livery against the black of the void. As you sure to realize it doesn't matter now that you approve of this or not, Esh is out there risking everything she has. Peek is next to you, heart in their mouth. These people you care about. It's too late to stop this now, but isn't too late for her friends. There she is. To catch. Turn to the window to watch Esh's run unfolds. You spot the Clanebrier, a glint of blue and white, tiny and alone, arcing towards the red lights of the cordon. She's exposed. They will see her coming if you look. If they look. You watch the cordon and the buzzing tugs for any sign of movement, any response. Briar crawls silently across your view. Come, Esh. He kisses. Then you see it, a flicker of yellow. Peek sees it too. Those two tugs are heading to cut her off. They grip the rail. Go, Esh. As if responding to Peek's urging, the Briar speeds up, driving the cordon edge now like a hawk descending. You tense up. Peek grips the rail as Briar races towards the edge of the cordon. His invisible net of sensors splayed across the ships and drones. Can she get through? Response is immediate. The moment the Briar hits the net of sensors, the entire cordon reacts. Sequences of blinking lights cascade out from the ship's position, the angry red of the cordon multiplied many times over. Ship Peek presses a hand against the window. As they do, the Briar accelerates, weaving dangerously through the flotilla. This is just the wrong choice. Why did they choose this? You move close to the window without thinking, unable to make your eyes off the rapidly descending ship. Spinning between the hulls of the flotilla, a group of tugs now tracing a path in pursuit. The Briar drifts through the flotilla, but is agonizingly slow. Come on, Esh, Peek shouts in desperation, pressing a palm against the glass. You squint against the yellow glint of the tugs. They're too fast. You watch both in dismay as the tugs swarm the Briar and their shunts locking onto the hull of the ship and holding in place. The Briar is stuck. Its drive is unable to escape the tug's grip, especially in close quarters of the flotilla. Peek is silent as you watch the Briar is dragged away towards the facility edge of the rim, a hole opening up in the pit of your stomach. You look at Peek and don't respond. They don't take their eyes off the Briar. Even after it disappears, they stand there in the glass, their eyes fixed on the flotilla. She didn't even get the supplies through. Peek doesn't look at you. It's all for nothing. Well, I'm sorry that she didn't listen. Like, it would have been better if the flotilla left and then you tried supplying them. Not when they're in the cordon. It was stupid, Sleeper. Peek looks back at you, their eyes wet. A stupid plan. Yeah, it was. We had the ship, we had our freedom, now what do we have? Peek slams a hand on the glass in frustration, making you jump. I won't be trapped again, I won't. You turn and rush out at the observation deck before you could say anything, leaving you alone with the cold of light. Minus drive. Okay. Buy failed drive. Now I can sleep and finally end this. Well, for today. I mean, that was such a stupid quest. That was probably the most stupid quest I think I've ever seen. Like, how, in any game, it's like, do all these 5,000 things. Oh, nope, you're not done yet. You need to do as many more. It's like, what? And you never know how far along it was. So, did I waste my... No, I'm stable. Okay, that's good. I don't want to read anymore. My voice is gone. I guess I need to, because I don't think it's saved. You wake up from the dreams of Maywick's amber eyes floating in the pool of dark fluid. It's difficult to get to sleep, and you suspect that it's not about to change anytime soon, and not after what happened. You also feel something else when you get up. A thumb the power stud of the stove and begin to boil water. Like every morning, Feel something has lifted, something that has been hanging over you since you arrived on the station. Try not to think too hard about it, to question it. You just let that lightness stay. Let it settle and go through your routines. Your hope is that you don't focus on it. Don't look at it directly. It won't get scared and leave you. Lightness will stay for the cycle and then another and then another. Because after all that's happened, the lightness would be nice. Okay, there we go, saving. So, okay, I didn't lose too much. It wasn't actually the end game there. But yeah, next time it'll be the finale. That was a long time of going on. 3 hours and almost 3.5 hours almost. My voice is just gone. There's like 3.5 hours of non-stop talking with all that dialogue. Okay, but anyway, have a good night, good day, whatever's for you. And thanks for watching. See you next time, same place. Tomorrow to finish it off. See you then.